Colonel George Herbert Merryweather to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust, in the sure and certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life. What the Lord giveth, he also taketh away. Support us, O Lord, all day long with this troublesome light, until the shadows lengthen and the evening comes. The busy world is hushed. The fever of life is over.
Ah, Miss Merryweather. This being the last will and testament of Colonel George Herbert Merryweather of London.
He lost it all? Including the house?
No. No, Papa can't have been in London. Why, he wrote to me and said that he was coming home. He wouldn't arrive and not...
Ah, well, your father did leave you this book as your inheritance.
The ancient chronicles of Moonacre Valley.
I know this is hard, but you know, I'm sure that your father did love you. He just, and you know, everybody does have to go out on their own at some point in their lives, and...
Miss Heliotrope, I'm fine. Really.
Yes.
Once upon a perfect time, many hundreds of years ago, when the old magic clung to Moonacre Valley, there was a young woman whose skin gleamed as pale as a star, and whose heart was as pure as moonlight. Such was her bravery and goodness. She was beloved by nature, as if she were its own daughter. One fateful night, the moon blessed her with an extraordinary gift that would change the magic of the valley forever. The moon pearls. From that day forth, she was known as the Moon Princess. Two ancient families lived in harmony at the edge of the valley, sharing nature's bounty. Daughter of the Demois clan, the Moon Princess fell deeply in love and was to be married to Sir Rolfe Merryweather. Her father, Sir William de Noir, blessed the union by presenting the couple with a rare black lion.
For my daughter's bridegroom.
Thank you, Father.
In turn, Sir Rolf gave his bride a unicorn, lured from the wild white horses of the sea.
Only an animal of such beauty and purity could be the companion of a moon princess.
Her heart overflowing with happiness, the Moon Princess revealed the magical pearls to both families.
Nurtured fathoms deep in the heart of the ocean, these pearls were given to us by Mother Nature herself, promising untold riches to us all. Look, they have a unique power. They can reveal the truth in men's hearts.
Legend told of their unique power, so strong the pearls would grant every wish, both good and evil.
Goodbye, Miss Merriweather.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
You'll be Miss Maria Merriweather then.
My man? Quick!
Ma'am.
Yes. Get on with you. Goodbye.
Mom.
Yes, yes, yes.
Miss Heliotrope.
Maria, when your dear mother died, I promised her faithfully that I would take care of you. So I'm not going to abandon you now. If you're going to live with your uncle amongst the rigours of the countryside, then I shall be there with you. Where are my charcoal tablets? All this is doing nothing for my indigestion. I'm an absolute martyr to my stomach.
How can I possibly go to live in the country? It's full of the countryside.
Maria, there is only one thing that can save us now. Classical, French, needlepoint.
What's happening? Have we arrived?
Is he deaf or something? The man's obviously a half-wit.
Who were they? What did they want?
Don't worry, my dear. Sir Benjamin will protect us. I'm sure of that.
Ladies.
Welcome to Moonacre. Unfortunate circumstances. There we are. Nothing to be done.
I'm pleased to meet you, Uncle.
Miss Heliotrope?
Oh, Sir Benjamin, what a journey we've had. Oh, not 1 hour from this very door, we were accosted by a bunch of ruffians.
Madam, please.
who-
I'll hear your fascinating stories some other time, if I may. His name is Rolf. There are those who find him alarming. He can kill in an instant. But you're a Merryweather. He very probably won't harm you. Miss Heliotrope, your room is over there on the right.
Oh, thank you, Sir Benjamin. Yes. Well, come along, Maria. I'm sure that your room will be next to mine.
No, Maria's room is up in the tower.
But, Uncle,
Perhaps you'd like to inspect your room first before you turn your nose up at it.
Good night, Uncle. Charmed, I'm sure.
what on earth is this? Oh, no. No, I think not.
Young lady, we're taking breakfast through here. Where did you get this from?
Oh, Papa left it to me.
Well, he had no right to. This belongs here.
But that's mine.
Miss Heliotrope, tell him. Tell him he can't take my father's book from me.
Maria! Good gracious! Where's your self-restraint?
But he can't just go around
Maria.
thinking...
Don't worry. I'm sure he's just keeping it safe somewhere for you. Sit down, have your porridge.
Miss? That'll be your breakfast, miss.
Maria, you really must try this delicious kedgeree.
A dish best enjoyed in silence, I'm told.
Oh, interesting.
Uncle, you ought to return my father's book to me.
Well, you certainly have a very, very good cook, Sir Benjamin. Have you had her long?
Madam, no woman has set foot in this house for years. And believe me, the silence has been blissful.
Well, I must say, this country food is doing wonders for my trapped wind.
Gad, Steve, can't a man enjoy a meal in his own home in silence?
Well, do tell us, Uncle. Why did you invite such irritating, noisy females into your nice, quiet house? I'd love to know.
My useless brother dies in debt, and it falls on me to take you in. Man was a cowardly good-for-nothing.
Sir Benjamin!
How dare you say that? My father was a colonel.
Yes, and he died in debt, owing money to half the regiment.
He fought for his country.
And got himself killed in a backstreet gambling den. Borrowed money once, too many times from the wrong sort of moneylenders. He wouldn't take money from me, would he? Oh, no. Damn fool and his pride. You are a Merryweather, Maria. And this is where you belong, here at Moonacre. There we are. There's nothing else to be done. Library private and my study prohibited. And in here, the east wing closed, the west wing out of bounds. There we are. And
Uncle,
in here...
about that attack yesterday, can't something be done?
Yes, keep your little nose out.
I beg your pardon?
Just keep out of the forest.
But why? Who are they?
There is a band of ruffians in the woods, the Denoir clan.
You mean like the Denoirs in the storybook?
Oh, no. These are real enough. Poachers, bandits, plunderers, a lot of them. Ladies, this should suit your needs.
And this will be your classroom, ladies.
Et que jamais le corps ne s'engouffre mieux la soif. Le cœur, la soif de se baigner.
Jigwee, bring me my whip.
You weren't expecting me to.
She can't ride, can she?
Oh, Sir Benjamin, it is a medical fact that a lady should never be allowed to sit upon a horse. I mean, they are unstable and they are vicious creatures. Oh, dear.
I'll be the horse nuggets then, miss.
Oh, I think that, Sir Benjamin, it might be an appropriate moment for me to retire. Excuse me. Take care. Maria, my dear.
Come, Maria. Every Merryweather can ride. It's in the blood. This is Periwinkle. She's a little feisty, but she's a loyal steed.
Just hold out your hand. I give you my word. It'll stay attached to your wrist, miss. You see, miss? She knows.
You're getting on well with Periwinkle.
Yes, Uncle. She's a bit feisty.
We should be heading back. It's getting late.
Uncle, I'm really enjoying this. Could I stay out a little longer?
As long as you promise to stay within Moonacre boundaries. Remember, I can only vouch for your safety if you stay out of the forest.
I shall be home before long, and Periwinkle will take good care of me.
Very well. Come at us.
Goodbye, Uncle. What's so special about the forest anyway? You stay here. Poor little thing. Who did this to you? Here. How do you open this?
One trap, two catches.
What do you want?
That's girls. Catch an animal that can't resist coming to help.
I know who you are. You're bandits and plunderers.
You! You're coming with us now. My father is just dying to make your acquaintance.
Demon dog! Robin, let's get out of here!
Thank you, you old demon dog, you. Come on, little one. Let me take you home.
Robin, it's your father!
What did I do to deserve such a prized dolt for a son?
I hope Periwinkle gave you an educational tour of the estate.
I have a wounded hair.
That, young lady, is a rare Moonacre rabbit. By far the more beautiful, brave, and serene a creature. And as you have brought her in from the wild, she's now your responsibility. And with your knowledge of animals, I very much doubt if she'll live to see the morning. Keep out of the forest, child.
Maria? Goodness gracious. Look at your dress. Oh, really? Maria, there's something alive in your bonnet.
Miss Heliotrope, please, calm down. This is a Moonacre rabbit. A beautiful, brave, and serene creature. I intend to look after it. And I'm going to call her Serena.
Some matters to discuss. There are some very strange things going on in this house. For a start, who is it who leaves the dresses and the biscuits in my room? The stars on my ceiling move. There's a mysterious white horse outside. This place is falling apart. Things appear, things move. The piano plays music on its own. I mean, I've never even seen a kitchen. So where on earth does all this food come from?
Do you ever stop asking questions?
Uncle,
Sit down, my dear.
Ralph. Where are we going?
Marmaduke Scarlet, chef of all chefs. At your service, little princess.
How did you do that?
Cut me some chervil, will you? Chop chop. Neither dilly nor dally.
I'm not actually really sure what a travel is.
Never to mind. I'll get it.
Are you the one who leaves the milk and biscuits for me?
Coffee, oats and fruit so sweet always makes a healthy treat. These past few days, it's all come back to me. The souffle, astral meringue. I've got my gastro back.
Mrs. Scarlet, please, will you stand still for just one moment? Surely somebody in this household must be able to answer my questions.
Little princess, a little bit of magic, has come back to the valley. You obviously haven't finished reading the book.
The book? Papa's book. But my uncle took it away from me.
Ah, in the library, Vasa. You'll find a slim volume, secret doors and private lockers. Perhaps a piece of Stargazer pie while you study. Hmm?
The Moon Princess truly believed in the goodness of all. But the men soon revealed the greed that was in their hearts, each desperate to claim the power of the pearls for himself.
We are the chosen ones. These pearls will stay with the Denoir clan forever.
Father,
Come, be with me. Let Moonacre be your home and me your family.
Speak true. With the power in these pearls, I could claim the whole valley for myself.
No, together. I mean, together we could rule the valley.
These pearls belong to no man. They belong to nature.
Give them to me!
No, give them to me!
No! I beg of you, please! Do not let your heart be ruled by greed!
Betrayed by those she loved the most, the Moon Princess unleashed the power bestowed upon her and cast a terrifying curse over them all.
Hear me! You have spurned the gifts of nature, and you shall suffer for it! Nature will wreak her revenge and put a curse upon this valley. One day, a pure heart will walk among you, and if she is not heard, when the 5,000th moon rises from the sea, this valley shall be plunged into eternal darkness!
The moon pearls vanished that day, and where to find them remained a secret.
Marmaduke, the house, the valley, it's all...
Cursed. Oh, yes. Take a look around you. Everything is falling apart. Ever since that terrible day, the two families have been totally consumed with pride and blind hatred. And the only person who can break this curse is a true Moon Princess.
The Moon Princess? But she lived hundreds of years ago.
And legend tells of a little white horse, a mystical companion and protector, a magical creature, invisible, so they say, to anyone except a true Moon Princess.
You mean I'm supposed to be this? I'm supposed to undo this curse?
Everyone knows the legend. Peace will never be restored until the pearls are returned to the sea and the families reunited.
This is all madness.
5,000 moons to set it right.
Stop! Stop, I don't want to hear another word. You're all insane!
384 years times 13 for the moons per annum plus 7 moons for this year. That makes 4,999. Oh, Serena, the very next moon that rises will be the 5,000th moon.
Everyone knows the legend.
These pearls belong to no man. They belong to nature.
5,000 moons to set it right.
You are a Merryweather, Maria. Moonacre could rot in hell.
We are the chosen ones.
Keep out of the forest, child.
Peace will never be restored.
I have to get out of this unearthly place, Serena. I don't want anything more to do with this. Miss Heliotrope will take good care of you. Who are you? You look just like the lady in the painting.
Come along.
Oh, do come in.
Oh. You naughty hedgehog. In my favorite chair again. You cheeky monkey. Be nice and still. Don't make any sudden movements. Then she won't be so scared.
I'll try.
Oh, I was talking to the snake. I rescue as many injured creatures as I can.
And are you the owl embroidered on all those strange dresses in my room?
Yes, I am. My name is Loveday. Geraniums wither and die. Rosemary cures the shivers. Our time is nearing its end, my dear. The moon shall not love us forever. You saw something, didn't you? Didn't you? Tell me what you saw.
I have to leave.
No. Forgive me. I frightened you, haven't I? You see, I'm not used to visitors. And I do so want us to be friends. It's no use, you know. Your father, he tried to run away too. But there's nowhere to hide. He sent you here because he loved you. Because Moonacre is where you belong. You and I are the same. Except...
Except?
Where I failed, you may succeed.
What about my uncle, Sir Benjamin? Can't he help?
Never, ever mention that man to me again. Do you understand? Your past is behind you. Your future awaits you if you want it. You decide.
I want to help. I just don't know what I'm supposed to do to begin.
Find the pearls. Nobody knows where they are. Each family blames the other for taking them.
Well, they're both to blame. The Denoirs took the casket and we must have the key. The key. Now for the casket. You have to take me there.
Where?
To the Denoirs. You have to take me to where they live.
You can't.
There it is. Lovely.
There she.
Are you all right?
I'm sorry. I can never go back there.
Loveday! Loveday! Loveday!
Come along, you! In the name of the whole lot, look at the state. You'll be in trouble.
Father, I prepared a plan to snatch the girl from under the Merryweather roof.
Don't go near Moonacre. That house is damned.
No. Word is, she's about to meet her downfall.
Let go of me!
How kind of you to join us, Moon Princess. Oh, and what is this? She has brought us the lost key, gentlemen. Because the terrible Denoirs have had the moon pearls hidden up here all the time. Haven't we?
Well, it's true, isn't it? Your ancestors stole them.
My ancestor?
Well, perhaps, Princess. I should introduce you. Maria Merryweather, the last Moon Princess. Sir William, the very first Coeur de Noir.
The pearl casket.
And you so very kindly brought us the key.
Oh.
You've hidden them!
They were never there, girl. Your filthy Merryweather family took them. Before he picked up the box, they stole the pearls. But soon, the final moon will rise, and the thieving Merryweathers will be punished. And now that we have you here, there's nothing anyone can do to stop it. At last, the entire valley will be ours. And the Denoirs will finally feast upon revenge.
Leave me alone, you oaf!
You know, for someone in your current predicament, I have to admire your spirit.
Oh! I told you she was feisty, Robin. Which? I wouldn't say that to her, Robin. What are you going to do? Sort her out?
Hey! Lock her in!
Right, sir. Welcome to your new home.
You'll make friends with the cockroaches.
Sweet dreams.
Come on, let's go. God, watch her. She's slippery.
Where is that girl? Unbelievable. Absolutely irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
Downright foolhardy.
Foolhardy. Foolhardy.
Oh, this dress.
Come back, you little witch! Come back! Jesus gave
Come
me...
back, you little mate! Come back! You ain't gonna wait!
Ah!
Stop her! Stop her! You'll never get away! Come on! Stop her! After her!
Princess. What are you gonna do now?
She will never find her way out of the forest.
She can't have come this far. No, let's try north.
Go and find her! I want her killed. I won't let her stop the curse. Their death is our victory.
Stupid girl. Should have stayed where you were. Robin! Come on! This way!
Oh, Rolf. Rolf. Quickly. Can you find the way home?
That demon dog can't protect you forever!
That'll be Miss Maria on then, sir.
Oh, Benjamin, Miss Heliotrope. I've had a story to tell.
Where are you?
Miss Heliotrope.
You all right, ma'am?
Miss Heliotrope.
Perfectly all right, yes. Now, where are your clothes, my dear one?
How dare you come home in this manner and at this hour?
I'm sorry, but you don't know what happened. I was in the forest, and I got...
In the forest?
But, Uncle,
Did I not expressly forbid you to enter the forest?
Yes, but listen, I have so much to tell you
Go
about the
upstairs
curse.
this instant and tidy yourself up.
But...
Just do as you're told!
You are not my father.
Maria, my dear,
Maria. Maria, open this door. Listen. It may be possible that I was a little bit on the firm side earlier. The point is, you were gone for such a long time. And without even telling us, Miss Heliotrope was beside herself with worry. Maria. I know that, well, given that women and I don't always see eye to eye, it wouldn't be untrue to say that I'm glad that you're back.
Who put this back on the wall? Digweed! Digweed! Come and take this away!
Soon there won't be any stars left, Serena. The moon is getting closer and closer. What are we going to do?
How could you leave me like that? In the forest?
This belonged to the first ever Moon Princess. Forgive me? Fits you like a glove.
Oh, Loveday, this is all hopeless.
What?
I'm as far away from actually finding the pearls as ever. They have to be here somewhere. Hidden. Come on, come with me.
Where? Downstairs? Oh, no, I'm not going downstairs.
Isn't it bad luck for the groom to see the dress?
I wanted you to see me just as I am before the wedding.
And what does that mean?
Benjamin, I have to tell you something. Something I should have told you a long, long time ago.
My darling. Whatever is it? Hmm?
I'm not who you think I am. I'm a de Noir.
A de Noir?
I was brought up to despise the Merryweathers, but you see, then I met you, and that changed everything.
You've tricked me.
No.
Oh. You pretended to love me.
No.
And all this time you were plotting behind my back, trying to
No!
find those
Benjamin,
ridiculous
please,
pearls! It was your father that sent you, wasn't it?
No. By marrying you, I've lost his love forever. But Benjamin, don't you see? Our love could bring our families back together. Could put an end to this dreadful curse.
Curse? Oh, don't give me that nonsense. And you fill this house with your Denoir flowers!
No, please, I don't understand. Doesn't love change everything?
No, my dear. But hate does.
So, you missed your chance to bring the families together.
He broke my heart.
I think he broke his heart too.
But he let me be lost forever.
It must have been quite a shock for him. I mean, maybe if you'd waited for him to calm down. Perhaps apologize.
Oh, me apologize? Oh. You don't understand, do you?
I'm starting to understand one thing. The real curse of this valley is pride.
Digweed, stop!
Well, that will be the master's wishes.
Don't move a muscle.
I'll be back.
Known as a moon princess, is she?
Exactly.
But Maria, tell me more about this curse. Oh. Ooh.
Ah,
Heavens.
there she is. Each time a new moon princess arrives, so does this picture.
But look at it. Look at it. Digweed, you can move now.
Thank goodness.
Can't you see? There, look. She's showing us. She took the pearls.
Maria, are you telling us that the Moon Princess herself took the moon pearls?
Yes. Yes, and she's showing me where she hid them.
Well, where? Where did she put them?
They're in a tree somewhere. Out in the forest.
Well, that's a help.
No, I saw what was nearby. I think I'd note again if I saw it. What? What?
There's only one person who has walked the woods his whole life. Someone who has it in his blood.
Robin? Impossible. He's an arrogant so-and-so. I never ever want to see him again. It's a point of honor. It's a matter of...
Pride? Good luck, little princess!
Bye.
Whoa!
Wait! No, Miss Heliotrope. You won't stop me.
This is my home and I'm going to fight for it.
No. I know you have to do this. I am beginning to understand a little. I believe in you.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
But be careful, my dear. I will.
That will be the post, sir. Love day.
Princess. Giving yourself up. How good of you.
The Great Cracker. Trapped.
Let me down, you little witch!
Certainly.
No, don't you dare!
No.
Oh, my foot.
Thank you, darling Serena. Off you go.
Please. Wait! Oh, this is really hurting. I can feel my head swelling.
Oh, no. It was like that before. I will let you down if you do one thing for me.
What?
Just promise you will listen. Say I promise. Just say it.
I promise. All right, you beat me. Let me down.
Very well.
What about him?
You're Denoir. He very probably will hurt you.
I'm listening.
Miss Denoir.
Sir Benjamin?
Well.
Well. Benjamin? I'm here.
I believe apologies are in order.
Yes, they are.
After all, one's behavior has not been as it might.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Yes, so you should be.
Beg your pardon?
It shan't be easy to forgive you, but...
Forgive me? What on earth are you talking about?
Don't play games with me, Benjamin Merriweather. You asked me here.
It was you who asked to see me.
What? It's Maria.
Maria. Where the devil is that girl?
Bye.
Robin, please.
I promised I would listen to you. And I have.
Robin, you have to help me. You have to.
You are a Merriweather. Right now, I ought to kill you.
Kill me and the whole valley dies with me. You and I can stop it, and we only have until moonrise. Tonight.
I'm still listening.
She's back in the forest. And this time, she won't be leaving.
There are armed men out there whose express aim it is to do her harm.
I would never have agreed. I didn't know. You see,
I must go to her.
Oh, don't be a fool. I'll go. I know the forest.
If you'll forgive me, I believe I know exactly where Maria will be.
You do?
How do you know?
I'm a superb chef, madam. It follows that I possess a truly superb nose. In my youth, when I would roam those woods, I could track anything that moved. Plus, she told me where she was going.
Oh.
What was that?
Lost trail.
What were you doing with one of my ribbons in your pocket? They're in a tree, but it's very distinctive. It has massive roots twisting around a big dark hollow.
I know where that is. Suppose for a moment I do decide to help you. And suppose we actually manage to find the pearls. What then?
Well, we'd return the pearls to the sea and then we'd go
You know my father's coming after you.
It's just a matter of finding them before he finds me.
Mr. Noir, it is highly dangerous out there. This is no mission for a woman.
Perhaps you should have told that to Maria.
As a matter of fact, I did. Frequently.
Wait! Wait!
Oh, gas, teeth, tongue and tonsils.
That'll be another female for the party.
Madam, you are not required on this expedition.
Not required. But. Oh. That's better.
That'll be your win.
Enough dogweed. Right. I have been caring for Maria since she was a baby, and I intend to protect her now.
I know which way to go.
Oops!
Come on.
Where's he gone?
Marmaduke? Marmaduke, you blithering egg scrambler, what are you doing?
Fruit, you nuts. Sorry, sir. Oh, overzealous exuberance. It appears my pals out here are, they are in the kitchen.
Just show us where to go, would you?
Sir.
I noticed the house is falling down. Sad to see the place in such a state of disrepair.
If you were so fond of it, why did you run away from it?
Well, you took everything I held dear and ripped it away from me. How could I stay?
Run far, did you?
No, not very far. But then you never came to look for me, did you?
He spent months on horseback, scoured the entire county, searching for you.
Marmaduke, are you leading this expedition or not?
Yes, sir, yes. Strawberry. This way.
I think we might have a greater chance of finding her if we divide and spread the arc a little wider.
It's through the clearing and over the next hill.
Whoa!
We're not far now.
Whoa! Wolf? Robin? Robin!
this? Come on!
Come on, come on, come on!
Rolf! Ah, you got the job. There!
Oh, this is pretty.
Father, let me explain.
Is it not enough for one member of my family to betray me? Now I find that her brother is a traitor too. I will take care of this princess myself. Once and for all.
Good luck!
This is the place.
Where are the pearls?
Listen! The moon will kill us all!
Get back! Rob, we have to find Maria! Rob!
You! How could you betray me like that?
Robert!
Maria, wait. We'll not let you take her, Father.
Put the knife down, boy.
Father, please. You have to listen to what Maria has to say.
Traitor! You are nothing to me now.
Go!
I'll know where to find you again!
Back where it all began.
Keep up!
There they are, Dulac! Quick, they're right behind us!
Come on!
In here. it must be. Where did you put them?
The path!
Open it up!
Robin, let's go!
Anybody home?
Witchcraft! I don't believe this!
It's so dark here.
Moonpass, we need your power now. Show us the way. Robin, shh.
Suddenly seems very quiet.
That'll be the absence of the ladies then, sir.
Sir Benjamin!
We're lost. Maria.
Robin, come on. Don't you see? She's showing us the way.
Noir.
Merryweather. Good evening. Your niece has failed.
If you have harmed that girl in any way...
Sir!
No! Please, sir! No!
Stop! No, Uncle, no!
Father, we got them! Maria,
No!
thank heavens.
Give me the pearls.
Those damned pearls. They brought us nothing but heartache and grief.
No, Uncle. It is not the pearls, but the greed in our hearts which brings us this misery.
Father! Why is there so much hatred in your heart?
My daughter.
Don't you want to be free of this darkness imprisoning you?
It is he! It is he!
Father! Benjamin. Look. The 5,000th moon. The curse is coming true. If you can sacrifice your pride, we can save our families. We can save the valley.
You first.
No, after you.
I must do this myself. At the 5,000th moon, I, Maria Merryweather, Moon Princess of Moonacre, do remove the curse that darkens this valley. Take back what is yours.
Maria!
Maria!
Oh, my sweet child, you're alive.
Uncle. Were you worried, Robin?
No, anyone could have done that.
You're the true Moon Princess.
Oh, cat's teeth. That'll be a black lion then, sir.
It's all right, Uncle.
It's just Rolf.
Please forgive my stubborn pride. Loveday?
Stop right there! I will finish her now.
No, stop, you lot!
Oh! Ooh! Ouch! No! Stop it! Ow! Please! Ouch!
That'll be the search party, sir.
Maria, I'm here. My dear, I've come to save you.
Thank you, but all is well.
Loveday.
Oh. Is there to be a wedding?
Oh, Mom.
Mr. Dogwood.
Well, there we are then. Nothing to be done.
It's funny when you find what you want was by your side the whole time. I couldn't quite believe it. Suddenly I see it, and you saw me. I saw stars. I saw sky. I saw everything inside, and you saw me.
That'll be the end then, folks.